Age cannot wither her, nor custom stale her infinite variety. Shakespeare said about Cleopatra 400 years ago. Now, can we think of someone to whom we can apply this phrase? I can't look beyond. Actor, dancer, the legendary Vyjayanthimala Bali. She has been dancing for the last 80 years, almost from the age of 8. When I look back and when I did an interview with her long time ago, at the peak of her career, acting career, I asked her a question. How do you manage to ride two horses, acting and dancing? She gave me a typical answer. She said, while dance, I communicate with the God, with the Lord, and I dedicate my dance to His feet. With my acting, I communicate to lakhs of our countrymen who come for entertainment, want to forget their worries, and I want to keep them happy at least for 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours. So, in a way, it is both communication. So, dance and acting, I don't see them as different. Even while I am dancing, I am acting. I am doing many roles. While I am performing on screen, I take care to maintain my dancing skills. And also, I was probably the first actress to introduce classical dance in Indian screen. Vyjayanthimala ji says every time she goes on stage, she acts. Bharatnatyam involves a lot of acting, from getting the rhythm, timing, and getting involved in the character, right to mastering hand and foot gestures, even thinking. She said, I was taught dancing and we speak with our eyes. Then she also says, I don't dance. It is the goddess of mine who makes me dance. By goddess, she means Andal. She meant Andal. In fact, there is a temple for Andal near her house in Chennai. So she says, on stage you will see Vyjayanthimala dancing, but it is the other me who does all the movements. And she dedicates her dance to Andal. According to dance scholar Dr. Sunil Kothari, who knew her very well, she has, from the age of 8, she has been practicing regularly. And her grandmother, Yadugiri Devi, took her to another legend, D.K. Patammal, to learn vocal music. And also she took intensive training from Tanjore Kittappa Pillai. So these things which has helped to shape her as a brilliant dancer whom we enjoy even today. Her sense of costume is exemplary, and since she is tall and quite beautiful, she is able to keep the audience spellbound. She does not indulge in fast footwork like the earlier days, and as the age has caught up with her, her movements on stage have also become Abhinaya based. And then another interesting thing which I found recently when I watched her performance was how intelligently she has been using the stage. Whether it is a large stage which helps you move around freely, or whether it is a 10 by 10 stage where your movements are restricted, Vyjayanthimala ji is able to study the space and adapt herself very beautifully. And even in a small stage with limited movements, she is able to convey what she wants, and that is the beauty of her dance. Vyjayanthimala had a very successful film career as well. She has acted in nearly 75 films. She started with a Tamil film called Vazhkai, made by AVM in 1949. but she reached dizzy heights in films like Sadhana, Nayadav, and Bimal Roy's Devdas in the role of Chandramukhi. She did a wonderful dance performance in the film. She was given by the Filmfare Best Supporting Actress Award for the film, for that film, but she refused to take it. It was something very rare those days. Normally, Filmfare Award was considered to be the ultimate award, and when she refused it, it sent shockwaves. But the same Filmfare, a few years later, gave her two Best Actress awards. Of course, she acted in films like Sangam, which was a purely commercial film, but she is very well known for her roles, dancing roles in films. And one of the best films that I can remember is a Tamil film called Vanjikotai Valiban, where she acted with Gemini Ganeshan. And it was a competition dance with Padmini, none other than Padmini. Padmini is also a very well known dancer. Now this competition dance was choreographed by well-known choreographer Hiralal, and it goes on, and finally the chandelier falls down and the dance is stopped. Nobody is declared a winner. So speaking about it, Vyjayanthimala told me in this dance sequence, both of us were dancing, and we forgot that we were dancing in front of a camera. We almost thought we were dancing in front of an audience, and we went on and on, fully involved in dance. Only when the chandelier fell and the director said cut, then we realized that it is over. So such is a kind of her dedication to dance. Even when she is in front of the screen, she always has that dance going in her mind. And so she has been very comfortably able to manage both her careers as a film actress as well as a dancer. And she has done more than 70 films. But of course, after her marriage to Dr. Bali, she stopped acting in films. So that is Vyjayanthimala. It is something of a very unique personality when she is able to have two successful careers. Despite being a very famous film actor, she's kept the dance and films separate. She says, I can cross my hands on my heart and say that I never allowed my cinema life and action to influence my dance in any manner. There was never a single cinematic movement in my dance. And today, she spends her day in libraries. She is still doing research on Bharatnatyam, and she says in a Chennai home, she says, I like to present Bharatanatyam in its purest form, the dance of the Devadasis, which it was known as, without any frills and flounces. She says, I cannot stand the concept of fusion these young dancers are doing. So, what one will like to remember Vyjayanthimala is that as one of the greatest classical dancers of Bharatanatyam style, who